Alright. Bro, what's this? Knee surgery. Three-in-one funny mix. What's good, everybody? What a glorious day. It's been 2 weeks since the last feedback, because I was away for 2 weeks. Yo, yo, yo. What is good? Something fell. I don't know what it was. I don't know. I guess I'll get the big stuff out of the way for anybody who comes and tunes into the stream looking for their thing. Yeah, I think... Well, actually, not even I think. This is definitely the last feedback session on this channel. This will be the last one. For a load of complicated reasons. It's not even that complicated, but it's a long story. But, yeah. I'm gonna close the door on the label. I wrote out an entire post, and I'll put it out this weekend. I was gonna do it yesterday, but I was sick, and I just was in bed all day, so I didn't do it. But yeah, it was good while it lasted. The good news about it is that I'm gonna keep doing them, so it'll be the last one here, but I will keep doing them just on my own personal channel, which I'll put links to at some point in the Sanctuary Discord for all of you guys who want to, who enjoy them. It'll be there. Man, this is actually sadder than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah. No, it's clear to me now that I can't run the label. I can't do it right now. There's too many other things going on in my life that I don't have the time, and to be honest, I don't have the drive anymore. It kind of dried up. I was hoping that I'd be able to just keep it going, but yeah, it's not worth it right now. I think I'm not doing a good enough job for our artists. So yeah, if anyone's got questions, send me DMs. Like I said, I'll do a proper post about it. But I mean, for now, for the last hurrah, you guys are here for feedback. Let's just go for it. Like I said, it's not gonna be the last feedback session I ever give. It'll just be the last one here. I almost wish it had been 69 had been the last one, because funny number, but 70 is a good number. It's crazy that it's been 70. It's been 70 feedback sessions. That's actually insane. Alright. Let's go. Ooh. I like how random this feels. It's kind of happy hardcore. Kind of gives happy hardcore vibes. Donk donk donk. Okay, let's give 3-piece. Bang bang bang. Good. Stereo could be a little more deliberate. Feels like it's kind of just randomly however the sounds turn out. So I'd sort that out a little bit. But I'd see if you can get more of a identity to it. I think creatively more so, it feels like it's missing a specific it factor that's oh, this is what the song is about, this is what the tune is about. Even if it is just about energy, if you can give it that character, it doesn't have to be deep. It can just be quirky or funny or I don't know. It just needs some kind of character, because right now this feels like cool gun bass. Yeah. Even if you use Foley or some sort of water samples or anything, it'd be enough. See this one? Make sure that the flow is kind of consistent because it feels like it's. I would say lock in one groove for a certain section, so for like 16 bars, and then go with that groove. And then if you want to switch it up, but then switch it up after 16 bars, so that it, or like towards the end of that 16 bars, so that it feels like you can actually get locked into a singular groove, and then change to a different groove, enjoy that for a substantial amount of time, and then you might, arrangement wise, just switch into a different feeling altogether. This. Other than that, I love the sounds. I would layer this chord with this saw thingy with more stuff, because right now it's a bit weak. But the harmony and everything is great. This. But do you have Uno? The only real issue here is that the melody isn't catchy. If the melody was a little catchier, and the funny thing is, like, I heard this and I was like, and every time we touch, I get this feeling. Like, it immediately popped into my head. If you can get something like that, that's really it doesn't have. It shouldn't be that melody, obviously, but if you can get something that is a little closer to that, you'll be in really, really good shape. All right, next one. Baugo.
So long for me to find. I just need a reminder before you go. That's when our hearts get separated. Crash and burn is all I ever know. This feeling, I close my eyes and you can see it. One more thing before you go. One more thing before you go. I can try to lose this feeling. I close my eyes and it's you that I'm seeing. One more thing before you go. One more thing before you go.
Whoa.
One more thing before you go.
Damn, so much movement in there. That's super great. I really like all of the movement, all the yeah, this is really cool. My biggest issue with this drop is just the bass. There's like no bass, especially compared to. Listen to how much low end there is here, and even you get this like dung, and like that's nice, but I feel like it's a bit misleading because you're including so much bass, and then you have this drop which is supposed to be the climax, and it has a less bass and it has a less driving power. It has like this cool loads of movement stuff. I feel like it makes sense if this was like a liquid D&B track, but it ain't. So it feels a little confusing. Future Bounce remix of Every Time We Touch is crazy. Just 808. Yeah. But like the break and everything is good. I like how the arrangement is done. It's just the bass for me. Yeah, I think that's really it, because everything else is fine. I would say finish out the arrangement as well, obviously. Make the whole song. Oh, there's another one. Music by David, Different Life, Goodbye. Ah, fuck it, it's the last one. I ain't gonna turn any of you guys away. Banger. Yo, what's up, Kinetic?
When my remedies falling, crumbling to
Yeah, I got yours, Kelly. I don't know where it is, but I saw it. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay. Whoa. Interesting. Okay. I think my only like big piece of feedback is like here. Something is wrong with this timing. It feels like it's starting really late. It like really drags us somehow, which can be cool in a different context, but here it feels really disorienting because you're expecting it to hit and you're like ready for the energy, and then it's like it gets pulled out really weirdly. It almost feels like it's on the and instead of the one, which is, yeah. I at first I was wondering if it was intentional, but it just sounds like a weird rendering thing. Or the... Yeah, I don't know. It might just be where the vocal is placed. You may just need to move the vocal a little bit, or chop it up or do something with it to make that timing work, because otherwise it feels strange. But everything else about this is fine. It feels like the mix is very dense, which is not bad. It's just very dense. So it feels like there's just a lot of stuff going on in here. Also feels like some elements have like very compressed high ends, so there's like quite a bit of noise coming through in a way that doesn't feel super. I think it's mostly this chord test thing feels very noisy overall, which is okay, but for me I would like it if it was a little more resonant and distinct. But it's a balance. That's really all I gotta say. Everything else is fine. Like, I guess maybe the compression in the breaks is a little much as well. Only because if it feels like you can just hear that everything is hitting the limiter. So it'd be nice if some of the breaks here, like, we're a little more like this, where it's just quieter. You get a little more space to then re-enjoy the compression, because the ear fatigue after a while will get to people. So it is nice when you can just give them some dynamics again, let the track breathe, and then come back into it hard. Anyway, next one, dozen ID. This is a nice piano. Ooh, this is great. That Atmos pluck thing is so good. Whoa. Is that the Jersey bed squeak? Wow. Your PC is broken. Bruh. Oh my god, this ARP sounds so good. This is giving Wakas vibes. Just a minute. Oh, it is. That's why. Whoa, nice filtering. Oh, bro, with that call. I think my power supply died. No, not the power supply. Well, at least the power supply is replaceable. It's better than like your motherboard getting exploded. Okay. So I would say for me the big stuff with this is the intro here. It's just really, really long. I guess if the vocals are really, really important to you, maybe you could keep it this long. But to be honest, I feel like after here, I really needed to change because like 20 seconds is like, yeah, that 15 seconds is like, okay, now we're ready. I would have loved if we went from this straight into, like, this is great. The thing is here, the gap between this is really high. So I feel like during this, you need to work to add some stuff to build more tension so that by the time we get to here, we know exactly where we're going. Because you have a little bit of effects stuff in there, but it's just not enough right now, in my opinion. So I would just turn that up. Add a couple more things in there. I mean, I'm figuring this is like a newer ID because it's missing a bit of that polish I'm used to from you boys. The other thing is like the kick for me doesn't hit. Like the kick is like not hitting the way it needs to hit in order to sell this style. Like it's like dung dung dung, whereas it needs to be like dung, dung, dung. It needs to have that attack. I think if you have the upgrade the kick as well, it'll make the whole track a little more aggressive and driving forward, and it means you can go a little harder with all the rest of the elements in the mix as well. I would say the other thing is like the arrangement in general. I would go a little crazier with the fills and effects. Like here, I feel like you could definitely add some stuff just to make like that switch would be really nice if you had like a moment just before that switch to just give this already like clue of like there are more things happening, so it changes, not gonna be as random. Here as well, it feels like it just kind of like happens, whereas it doesn't feel like we're building towards it or like we're even getting surprised with it. It's sort of just like duh, and then it doesn't feel like boom, and then we like snap into it, or that we get some idea of like, oh, we're like curving into this different style. It's like it just kind of goes. I think partially this is also just like a bit of the way this is mixed in, that it doesn't feel as aggressive overall. At least compared to here, this thing is also much wider, and you've got a lot of cool effects and stuff that are wide here, but everything else is like dead in the middle. I kind of like this, but I do feel like it needs something else extra to, even if it's just really heavy noise and static, and you want to go for this really like kind of heavy Atmos vibe, that kind of just gives this feeling of like, oh, it's just like this piano being played with this this pluck. What you could also do is actually have the pluck and the piano both go through like a really weird convolution reverb to make it feel like it's a recording of somebody playing something outside, like on your phone or something. That could be a cool way to like add some extra depth to the track, but I'm not sure if that fits what you envisioned for it. Love this. This is so good. I also do wonder if the bass is just not heavy enough. Because it's kind of just like, and I'm missing a little bit of that that movement in the bass. I wonder if it's also the sub needs to be dropped an octave. We don't know. Top kick, sick as fuck. Tech complex stuff though. Oh, complextro. Pay the Price remix contest. This is my track so far for this remix contest. It is inspired by Trinus Noise. Ooh, alright.
Let's make this darker than I take my coffee. Colder than a winter's
Let's go.
night. But someone making music's just a hobby. Honestly, this is my life. I keep it busy like my local offie. No one can tell me I don't do it right. This one is tempting like a bar of jockey. Temptations
Is this the vocal stem? Because it feels really weird.
price. Temptations make you pay the price.
Oh my god. Okay. Nice snare.
Don't do it right. Temptations make you pay the price.
Okay.
Doing it crazy, making it wavy, it's different gravy. What written baby, the music maybe no Royal Navy. I noticed lately the way I raised me was to be lazy.
That's cool.
I think that maybe just trash is crave me, one that it phased me. Sweet on savory, on tempted from every single angle. The urge to indulge was growing, it can be hard to handle. Even I learned to burn from only one end of the candle. Or roll the dice and pay the price of temptations and gamble. Let's make this sweeter than a sticky toffee. Smoother than angel delight. People listen, analyze and copy. Don't ever get it quite as tight. Originality will elevate us and take us to a different height. Surrounded by some innovators. What? Temptations make you pay the price.
Damn.
No one can tell me I don't do it right.
That's nasty.
Temptations pay the price.
I can't believe like a year ago you were sending me like sending me stuff. It's like, this is my first Future Bounce track, and we've gotten to, and it's like actually nasty as fuck. That's so nasty. I would say overall the core elements of this are great. It just feels like you're missing all the accents, and like the hats are not loud enough. Cause you've got this like nasty snare, this dunk, and then you have this like, tss, 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 you know, like this tiny little hat. Imagine if you had like not every DMB track needs like really uppity, intense hi-hats with like crazy shuffle, but like here, like even just a little bit of like extra stuff going on with some perks would make a huge difference to just get the movement in there, because it feels like there's no movement, you just have the I remember that there was something about, I had talked with some people about this, about how like you can kind of divide drums into a couple of different categories in terms of like what they do in your song. And you've got like your main like bass line stuff, which is like your kicks and your snares, and they're just doing like the really big core steps. But then you have all of these tiny little like extra accents and like more driving force. Well, not even, I guess you could call them like the engine of the track. And it's going to be different for every song, but like in this it feels like you're just missing that extra little push to give the movement. Sorry, I feel like I'm yapping. I'm still recovering from being sick yesterday, so I'm a little more tired. We'll fix accent drums. Yeah, just like add some more stuff. Because like even here, it feels like it's just a bit empty. Like it's missing some stuff. But again, the core stuff, chef's kiss. Wonderful. Love the extra things as well. Super good. Mistakes. Total hours spent, 3. I wish I could spend that little time on a track. That's a nice picture.
Hide your
Nice progressions.
Somehow, did you ever think when you turn around? I hope you can hear me now.
Oh, wow. Okay, okay. I would say one, fantastic. I really do like how you're kind of going in on these like no copy paste style of tracks where it's very Journey-esque, where you know the idea is to arrive at the drop at the end and then the song ends. I do actually fuck with that. I think the ending is a little weird. Not weird as in like, oh, I don't get it. Like weird as in it doesn't really have like a satisfying resolution. It just feels like it happens like, oh, we needed to end the song, and it doesn't like, I don't know. I feel like here like something like an outro would actually be better, even if it's like a really weird, I keep saying weird, even if it's a really like crazy Botanica thing or something else. I think it'd be really more interesting to have something here at the end that feels like you've made it a more intentional ending instead of it just finishing with the exhaust. The other thing is this is fine. I think something about this is just not working. It feels like this. I think it's mostly just the drum mixing. It just makes the whole thing feel rather muddy. So it feels like nothing has its place compared to this, where... And I'm not saying this has to be the same. I think you just need to carve out space for the drums so that they punch in. So I would say like scale back a little bit with the solid and like I do wonder if you can maybe change the sound around a little bit so that you make more space, and then you let the rest of the instrumental breathe. I do like this though. Yeah, like this is cool. I love, like, from here on it's really great. It's just the way this evolves into here just didn't get me. I do wonder as well if you can maybe add like some extra melody elements into here. And I say melody elements, it could even just be like notes from the chords that you put onto different instruments as like initial stabs. So you get like a dung, like just like take the middle notes, put them on a guitar, and like have them play just like in the same as the chords. But that might just give it a little bit of extra dimension and I don't know, make the whole mix feel better. But I don't know, maybe I'm just saying things. Ooh, very good. Alright, next. Allez-y. Triangle. Intro break is not made properly yet, just made it really quickly. Okay. what's going on with that vocal though. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Okay, I would say like overall, I like the direction it's going, but it feels like you haven't developed the idea enough yet. You haven't like, imagine if this is like if you're like sculpting a song, and you're like taking a chunk of stone and you're sculpting a song out of that. This feels right now like you've made like the shape of a head on your sculpture, but you haven't really gone through and like really sorted out the details yet. So you can't really like get a clear definition of like, you know, the face or like how the eyebrows look or the structure of the eyes or whatever. So like you have the general shape of the face and everything, but the details haven't really been done yet. So it's kind of hard to judge. But I mean, like you've got the melody. It feels like even here, like the melody is not like, I think it's the biggest issue actually though is in the bass, which just feels like it's meandering a bit. So I would really focus on just like the sound design and tightening up and making sure that everything feels compressed and loud and sort of in order, mixing wise actually, to get that feel of a shape. Because right now everything's kind of, I feel like I'm losing my mind here. Like I'm not saying the things that I actually want to say in my brain. Maybe a tad more high end. Yeah, I'm also missing the chords a lot. Like the lead and the bass have like a good working relationship, I guess, but yeah, it just feels like nothing is like defined properly in the mix. Sorry, let me take off my for some reason it's hot as hell right now. It's like the middle of winter, but let's just make sure my headphones don't like explode. There we go. Oh, that's a bit better. Maybe my thinking will. I remember I used to do no chords, only bass and lead. Yeah, I mean, personally, it's just not my preference. But it can work. Like here, it does work. I think it's also like these reverses into the lead that are messing me up, because it feels like they're a little loosey-goosey. Like, I'm missing the actual attack of each of the notes. Everything is kind of just legatoing into each other notes, like instead of like da 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 da. You know what I mean? That I'm missing that snappiness to feel like there's an attack on each note, and you don't have to have like not everything has to hit like this. You can have notes that slide and go into each other, but it feels like every note in this entire melody hits the same way like that. So I would say maybe try adding some layers with a bit more attack. Like, and I say attack, not in the sense of like attack, like make it a longer attack, but just make sure that it actually has like some aggressiveness and pluckiness to it. The swing seems a little off. Yeah, for sure, Green Dragon. I'll check everything today. Yo, what's up? No way. Swing seems a little off. that might also be messing me up a little bit. But that's kind of the big things. Like I think you got something cool going here. But I would take, if any of what I said was useful, take that back to the drawing board and see if you can make it work. Mainly want mixing feedback, please. Okay, so right now, to me, your stereo image, I have no idea if this is at all visible. Let me check my camera. Your stereo image looks like this. So this is your bass, and then this is all of your mid-range, and then this is your high end. The high end's actually not this wide, but I think you guys can already predict what I'm going to say, which is that it needs to go from this dumbbell to triangle. That's my main mixing feedback, because right now what's going to happen is as soon as you widen up the mid-range, the lead is going to sound way more impressive. And I'm not saying it has a no stereo image, but it just feels like you can just actively hear that the mid basses are wider in the mid-range. So like you want to correct that a little bit, or rather you want to take it like this, so that you just let the lead be wide, or the chords, or both. But if you compare this to literally any other Future Bounce track, I'm trying to think what I can compare it to that I know is going to be good. Let's blow it out of the water though. You know what I mean? Like, and this is not a good example in my opinion, but like, you hear already how like your lead is much more mono. I'm trying to think. I have a playlist in here somewhere. This one. I wonder, is this... This is like a decent example. Just has way more width in like a balanced sense. So I think that would be the biggest help. Otherwise, like, the high end is a little undefined on the lead. Which I actually don't mind that much, but if you compare it to other really, really good tracks, I'm trying to think what's like the magnum opus, because this has a load of high end. Like, this is tons and tons of high end, doesn't need to be that much. Yeah, like, I almost prefer your mix, almost. It feels like, yeah, it's just definition. Man, I feel like my feedback is so weak today. I'm sorry, chatters. Do Taiga, we made it? Isn't that the... True. Also completely mono lead, but the chords are stereo. That's cool. I do really, really like the overall flow of this though. Like I said, it's a very satisfying Future Bounce track. It's kind of crazy. I like never listened to Future Bounce now, so every time I listen to Future Bounce nowadays, like when you guys send me stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, this genre is kind of cool. Like, oh, that's so cute. Future Bounce. Like, oh. Yeah, I'm sure it's how like other producers feel when they listen to like old genres they used to work on, or like, I don't know. It's probably how people who like make metal feel when they listen to like rock and roll. They're like, oh yeah, this is cool. Yeah, oh, I forgot this existed. I don't know how he made those weird chords all. Prog House, Sent. Yeah, for sure. Intro. Send it all over. All right, that's kind of my main thing. Just the stereo image. Because honestly, everything else is good. Maha. Let's take a listen.
Had you here, now you're gone. Thought I'd never be here on my own. Another day in another life.
Feels like you want to make me cry.
I had my chance, got lost somehow. Did you ever think we'd turn around? I hope you can hear me now. Made another one of those mistakes, but I'll do whatever that it takes. I don't see that there's another way. I hope I get to see you here someday, 'cause I'll be here no matter what they say. Do you think I'll be okay here if I stay? And time will tell one day.
You've gotten so good at this style, man. Don't. I've been listening to too much Daria Core. I'm expecting like a meme at the end of every song now. At the meme at the end of every outro, rather. This is just awesome. Like, I just want to listen to this. I think my big point of feedback is like here. This, it feels like we go from, in my opinion, the vocoder only type of thing works at its best when you have like a big contrast, because it's one of those cool things where you have a vocal but it has chords in it, so it has kind of everything all in one. You don't really need anything else in the arrangement for it to sound harmonically very full. So it works at its best when you go from a completely different section and energy level to this. You kind of want that contrast to make it feel really cool and impressive. Here it kind of just like lays down. We're already kind of already in a kind of very relaxed stage here, and then we kind of just, I don't know, to me it's not a stark enough change. So I would say maybe play around with this. You could even make this, you could either go more with this, or I would say like just create like a bar or like a moment where you have this like big open space, use some like cool creative fills, or like work with the melody a little bit, like just play like a couple notes of the piano in like some kind of like a little melody that leads you then into, that way you get a little bit of that spacing, you get a little bit of that near silence that then drops into the vocal. I don't know if that'll make sense or if that'll sound cool, but that's my like, that'd be my suggestion if you want to keep it like this, which I think honestly be cool, because it's a very nice. I just wish it was maybe a bit more stereo, but even the way it is, it just has this like indie feeling that I love. The thing is, when this vocal comes in, it's really smushing it. Like you can tell it's like really pushing the chords out of the way because everything is piled together in the middle. So if you make everything more stereo, you'll have more room in the middle for the vocal. I love the crowd sounds. I don't know why, but that's so perfect. All right, master. Guitar.
I see you in the sunrise on my days.
All my days.
Yeah, the memory of your blue eyes I can't escape.
Yo, what's up, Dynaway? Ooh, nice arm.
I see you in the sunrise on my days, yeah. The memory of your blue eyes I can't escape.
Ooh, that's cool. Why is that so sick? Oh, that's not what I meant. Yeah, I use this vocal for one for me. At least part of it. I really like this chord progression. Oh, I love that. Dun, 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 bum, bum, bum. That's nice. I guess for me, it's mostly just like the mixing stuff, because everything else in here is like nice. I guess like there's just a lot of like high end. And I would like to hear a little more low end. There's not even like that. Honestly, it might just be the mids. Let's see. If I boost the mids here, what's going to happen? Okay, let me not turn it up by 10 dB. Honestly, my ears might be lying to me here. A little more low end, huh? No, actually what I want is the mids. I feel like that's about enough low end, you know, just like... Okay, I'll stop trolling. That bangs? Yeah, you bet it does. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, And to be honest, it might just be my ears are calibrated right now in a way where I've been listening to like mostly pop music, and like also like a fair amount of like pop adjacent stuff. I mean, I still listen to EDM, don't get me wrong, but like it's been a much bigger balance. It's like much more 50-50 of like more pop indie type of things, alternative stuff, and then also EDM. So like in my brain, the way that mixes are supposed to sound is much more skewed towards very mid heavy, and this is very Disco Smile, like big low end, big high end. Yeah. And personally, for my taste, I think EDM, especially when it comes to more melodic stuff, should be taking its cues a little bit more from that pop stuff, and let the mids just be mids. Like that's at least all my favorite tunes. That's how they sound. Not everyone has to have the same taste. People bass boost stuff and then label it as like techno hardstyle stuff and play it live. Like what? I mean, okay, honestly, to be fair, if it sounds like this, it's kind of indistinguishable. You know what I mean? But I definitely get the sentiment of what you're talking about. Oh man, there's something I was gonna say. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to feedback you about was the panning. You hear how all of these things are all slapped down in the middle? I swear I only talk about stereo imaging. I swear to God. Every time I give feedback now, I only talk about stereo imaging. People be going deaf. Am I making you guys go deaf? Am I like deleting your earballs? Wait, what? Because samples are panned left and right. You sure? I love that. I would pan them more, to be honest. It still feels like a lot of the stuff is in the middle. Are my ears broken today? I might just be, like... Really? The stereo professor? Oh, it causes ear damage? Fair enough. I swear they're not. I swear they're not fully. I'm losing my mind. Well, if they are, yippee. And if they're not, a yippee, I guess, because now we know. I'm losing my mind today. Bachrex Kolap. Let's go. Ooh. This is cool. I feel like the little tiny music box melody is that, but no doesn't work as well for me. It's cool. Like the sound is great. I'm just not convinced by the melody itself. But as I listen to it more often, it's okay. But my initial reaction was like, eh. Here as well, like I start to get confused a little bit because there's a lot going on, a lot of variation going on in the rhythm. What would work then? Kyokan idea generator? Yeah, I should make an AI of myself that just makes ideas. And then I would actually use that AI to make some new music. I really like this though. This has pep to it, you know? Pep in the step. It's really going. Really got it moving. What? There's really nothing for me to say here. I really just love to see the full arrangement. Because, like, honestly, this bangs. Some pep in the step. Boomboklart. Boomboklart. Did you submit? Let's find out. You bet your ass you did. Let's get that in there. Let's get that in there. Alright, let's go. Yeah, there's really nothing else I gotta say. Sorry. On the way. All the way. Where's this cover from? Interesting. Let's take a listen.
I'ma go hard. Move like move like I'ma go hard.
Whoa. Has someone been listening to Off the Record by Born? Has someone been listening to that? Yeah, this style is crazy. But it sounds, literally, I'm not even joking, I know exactly which one it sounds like. It's like crazy how similar it sounds. Yeah. It sounds like this, but actually almost better.
I'ma go hard. Move like
It's not the same, but like the sound archetype is very similar. Hello. So good. Yeah. I've been listening to this actually so frequently. This is 9 months old, but like half of these IDs still aren't out. This one in particular is my favorite. Magnifique. But this is also wonderful. I would say, like, for me, it's mostly like the drums could be a little more unique. And I say unique not in the sense that, like, they have to be more interesting, but they should just, the hits could be a little more unique from each other in the same track. Bro memorized each song and where they are. No, it's just that I happen to, like, be Spider-Man. Sorry, I'm just kidding. I just genuinely listen to this. Like, I listened to this at least once today already before stream, so fresh in my mind. I do that too. He's Spider Bro. Yeah, that's kind of it. Otherwise, like, that's nasty. That is absolutely filthy. I'm so envious of you. You're like so cracked. You're so cracked. Yeah, the reverb, everything about this is just way too clean. And there's like probably 100 of these level of tracks just sitting in Asta's vault. Never to be heard. Oh, there's another one. Or a remix. Alright, let's get it. Nah, no way. Gotta hit the lick, you know. The flow here's a little off, but Wah. Oh my lord. That's nasty. That's so good. So sick. Super cool. I feel like the only thing in here is like the polish of the mixing and the flow of this vocal. Like the way it sometimes feels like it's getting crammed into a certain getting it crammed in at the end just doesn't sound great, but like I don't think there's much you can do about that. Keep hitting the enter key on my numpad. Pausing and stuff. Yeah, it's for me like the kick. I don't know, it's not hitting as much as I'd like it to. Like here as well, like it's fine, but I do wonder if there's like a better kick for this track. Something with a bit more oomph. It just feels very matte and like dull compared to what I would expect. Numpad, I want one of those. Yeah, they're pretty nice. I mean, I'm not even joking. I'm using an Amazon Basics keyboard. I do not know if you can see that at all. That is the Fresh and Fire Amazon Basics keyboard that I've been using for like 7 years. Never understood you have such thick kicks. Probably a combination of just good sample selection and also just going through and designing them in a very specific way. Yeah, that's really the only thing I can imagine it is. I mean, I'm sure he has stuff on his Patreon about how he's making his kicks. I'm sure if he even just like yoinked one of his kicks and just like threw like stem splitting and just looked at it and compared it to some other kicks, you'd start to get some ideas of like how those drums are designed or sampled. Like what samples are they? So if you want to emulate that, that's how I'd recommend going about it. Just like start by just like listening to it on its own, isolated, and just being like, what is this? What even is this drum sound? And see if you can find something similar to it. Yeah. That's something I want to do on my Patreon as well. Is like I want to set up and I want to do this for myself first, but once I figure out some like cool like drills that you can run to get better at music, I really want to do it because I think that's something that actually a lot of producers don't do enough of, is like just practicing, like going through and practicing certain skills, or you know, learning how to even figure out like what sounds are, because a lot of times it's just like by happenstance. But personally, there are some genres that I just want to learn, but I'm just not getting it. So you need to do a little bit of practice or theory or training or whatever the fuck it's called, whichever you prefer. First drop, second draft. Okay, let's see. Piano. Let's go. Okay. Okay, brother. I can definitely hear that you've spent a lot of effort working on your sound design because it has just been crazy good in the last 2 months. But like this kick fits fine. You can maybe add a top kick to this to get a little more punch out of it. Top kick, if you just look into like the Secret Essentials packs, you'll find top kicks. I really don't have much to say. Like this drop's good. It's fun. The mix is like clear and punchy. That's really it. Maybe even the fill is like pretty fun. It's mostly just everything else. You need to build stuff around this now, because the thing is, you could work more and more and more on this drop, and then you won't have a song. So I would say finish the arrangement first, see kind of what your whole storyline is going to be for the track, and then if you want to make a full song of it, if that's your focus to make a full song, do that. If your focus is just to get this drop as good as possible, which I understand, then just keep working on it. But from my perspective, it's pretty much there. Alright, if it was on home right now, I would submit. No! We have to have the discontent submission. Say Maddox kick. Hey, look, they make good kicks. That's all that matters. I use them as well. I do that too much and I never finish tracks. I only finish contest tracks because I have a deadline. That's fine as well. What was I looking for? I swear I've seen this picture like 17 million times, and every time I open it as though it's like gonna change. That's cool. I mean, like as a rough ID, that's fine. Like, here for me the issue is more so that like, what is this song about? Other than just like, here is a cool melody. It feels like it doesn't have soul to it yet. So I would say, as you work on this, like think about like what's the special thing about this song gonna be, and if it is just this melody, that's also fine. But for me, I feel like in this genre, you need to do a little more to like get at least my attention. Not to be that guy, but Brooks Loneliness, yeah. That's the other problem, is like, can I send something more? Yeah, sure, send something more. This is gonna be the last feedback stream on this channel that I do, so yeah, send everything. Whatever you want. I'm kinda not super on a time limit, just still stick. 24-hour feedback stream. I would be super down to do like a really long, like I'm gonna do more streams on my personal channel then. Yeah, the last one on this channel. I'll keep doing them, but they'll just be on my personal channel. There'll be more info at a later date. I don't know if I can send it in tomorrow because I have a job, but yeah, sure, send a Clarity remix, whatever. Just go for it. Who's next? I don't know what it is. Almost a year without any music. Kind of getting back into it. Let's go. I swear you sent this to me. Did you send the wrong link? Did you send the wrong link, Mr. Capybara? Yeah, fair enough. I think we got some other ones, though, that we can look at in the meantime. Nobody's sent me anything. On the plus side, I'm almost done with this track. Wait, let me find it. This one. I'm almost done with it. This. So close to being done. I'll just tease like the drop. Wow, my stereo image. I cannot hear stereo image today. It's like crazy. It's like really bad. This one I've sent is a bit more worked. Let's see. Give me the IDs. Oh, the IDs. Clarity remix. I bet. Let's get it. Extended mix. I'm gonna skip it though. Sorry. Actually, you know what? I'll play it just for today. We'll go through the entire extended mix as well. I don't think so, unless you just submitted it. Nah, Jaren, send it to me again. Send it again.
Has been so long since I was switching sides. I tried to calm, but everything feels dying inside. I wish you would stay on my side. You crushed my heart so wide. You must to say goodbye.
All right. Extended mix. Bruh. Nice slides. Just that? I mean, I would say overall, like, the drop is cool. You've got like a really solid drop. The break just needs more sonic development because it. It stays pretty much the same, and then you add like snares, and then yeah. So I think I would see about if you want like here. I feel like you have to pick where you want it to be only the piano. Do you want it at the beginning, or do you want it in like the middle of this break, or do you want it later on? Which to me would make sense. But if you do want it here, it would be like have a more energetic break and then you drop into just the piano and then transition it to the build. You can do that if you want. That's like not even a bad arrangement. It's just like it's the very non-linear, which can be good. I just feel like for this tune you want probably very open.
Has been so long.
I feel like starting with the piano is good, and then it does need something here. We need to have some kind of like significant change. Because like the sparkles are cool, but essentially everything has stayed the same. That's kind of it. Running out of ideas these weeks, not of motivation. Honestly, that's fine then. Like, to be honest, when you're running out of ideas, it probably just means that like you need to maybe take a little break, go do something interesting, or experiment. Yeah, that's another thing. Sometimes you're running out of motivation because you're doing the same thing. So you're not doing anything that's actually exciting your brain. So do like a challenge. I think this is one of the things that's always where, funnily enough, I start tunes like when I'm kind of like, I'm bored of whatever I was doing before. I'm just going to do like a random challenge, and then I end up accidentally doing something very interesting. Yeah, challenging yourself is a good idea. I mean, for me, my favorite thing is to like take entire songs and like put them just in like a granular synth, and then just start messing about. And that already gets me feeling a little refreshed and like, you know, I forget who it was. I think it's Kashmir. Always pointed out that he's like, it's fine if everything sucks. Sometimes you're just gonna have really terrible days, but sometimes you also just need to warm up. Sometimes you just need to spend an hour making pure garbage, and then eventually you'll get that one idea that works, and then from there you can actually start doing something. But some days are just gonna be bad. Some weeks are gonna be bad. It's normal. Fruity Granulizer on top. I've tried many times to use Fruity Granulizer, and for the life of me, I cannot get a decent sound out of it. I just cannot. Gotta put in that work. I guess. Don't grind set it too hard. Because it doesn't have to feel like a job. At least that's sometimes how I feel, where I'm like, oh my god, I have to do like all of this work. And it's like, you used to enjoy it, man. You used to do this for fun. So, trying to stay enjoying it. Alright, Clarity Remix. I love this song.
I dive into frozen waves where the past comes back.
Have you ruined my beloved Clarity? Let's see.
Fight fear for the selfish pain, it was worth it every time. Hold still right before we crash.
See ya, Dincho.
We both know how this ends. A clock ticks till it breaks your glass, and I drown in you again. 'Cause you are the piece of me I wish I didn't need. Chasing relentlessly, still fighting, I don't know why. If our love is tragedy, why are you my remedy? If our love is insanity, why are you my clarity?
Oh. Okay. I would say overall the sounds are great, but the flow is kind of weak. It's just hard to get into. It feels like it's just not hitting. But the sounds are great. Like, I definitely see where you're going with it. Why does it sound filtered? Or is it just me? I don't know. Actually, it's a lot of high end. I really like how you're going with the intro. It feels like the mixes, the way that these things are mixed and affected feels a little muddy or unclear. It just doesn't feel like intentional. It feels like you're trying, but it's not quite hitting.
Before we cry, the piece of me I wish I didn't need. Chasing relentlessly, still
Fine, and I don't know why.
If our love is tragedy, why are you my remedy? If our love is insanity, why are you my
I feel like, yeah, use this pluck even more in the in-between. Use it as this thing. See how that like has more flow? Whereas this is like... Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm just repeating what you're already doing, but in my head I'm imagining it with these extra plucks, using them almost as hi-hats to like fill in space and like keep that D&B flow going. Bro's got the thumbs up emoji. Do you kind of filter it on purpose in the intro? Kind of. I use some reverb effects, and I guess. Yeah, reverb will filter it. I think that's actually really important for reverb. It's just like making sure that you're filtering it properly. Making sure you're controlling the EQ of your reverb. Bro, for real, I speed run that side drop, so don't judge. Ooh, there's a side drop. Sorry, I'm gonna interrupt here. Something in here is off key. I don't know what pad it is, but or Atmos thing, but it's off key. Hey, yo! Whoa. I'm not sure I like this swap. I kind of wanted to just like keep up the energy. Nice. Love that. Nice. That's such a cool idea. Ooh. I was literally gonna say Rhinox as well, Kelly. Okay. Super cool. I'm just going to jump in really quick on the side bass. Needs a little more distortion and like harmonics to make it juicy. So just add some extra distortion to it. Make it nice and poppin'. But I understand that you made it quickly. So fair enough. I think for me the big thing here is a little bit of like the arrangement in terms of how the energy is placed. Where like we go from high energy to like, even for like a short while, it goes back to like acoustic. So the energy goes from here to like drops really suddenly, kind of without needing to, and then we build up again. So we kind of like drop to build back up to, I would just maintain this energy and just like carry it into. And I think the issue for me, the like big point of feedback is like the drums. Your kick and your snare are not working. They're like not completely unrelated to the genre, but they're just not hitting. I feel like you just need new kick and snare really badly. Pop in and lock in. Yeah, bro is the go. I used to listen to a lot of his stuff back in the day. This is like 4 years ago or something, maybe. Also, like in this, I would just be careful with the double kicks because they can kind of ruin the flow. Like, this is all cool. But imagine if the kick and the snare really hit here. It'd be insane. And here the kick is honestly better. It's more appropriate, but I still think a different kick would be cool. I sent one more time, but if you don't have time, that's fine. Okay, we'll do. Hell yeah. I think... What do we have left in our bag of notes? Killy B. Take Me to Heaven remix. Oh my god, he really sent the whole playlist. I don't know which one he wanted me to feedback. I get to pick one? Oh, it's a whole ass album. Wait. 9 tracks? Damn. That's sick. But, Jaren, which one? Now that I've leaked your entire track list. Send Lose Control? Alright, we'll listen to that one then. Where is it? This one. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Such a good start. Oh my god. Wow. What a good vibe. Dun, 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 dun.
I don't wanna lose control. I don't wanna lose control.
What? Beautiful, beautiful. Here, though, I got lost a bit. I feel like the flow, something changed there. This is such a beautiful track, though. Reminds me of Dalek. Mm-hmm. That's my boy. Yeah, it really does have that same feeling.
I don't wanna lose control.
It's a shame. I mean, it's not really a shame, but like, yeah, like he doesn't do Future Bounce anymore. He's got like a couple as well that are like in the tank that like he's never gone around to finishing that are so good. It makes me upset that he never released them. That's the so I know. You don't understand how much Atlas Dean music there is that is just like, I know, I really know. I almost want to like leak it so that he'll be forced to like drop some of these tunes. The problem is it takes him literally months to finish them because they're such big projects. but they're so worth it. Y'all are not ready for the Atlas Dean stuff that is not even released. Like, it's crazy good. It's so good. Like honestly, the next one is gonna be a banger as well. A different type of banger though. I love this though. I'm so in love with this.
Your silhouette.
Da, 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 da.
It's running circles in my head. I don't wanna lose control. No. Don't you tell me love so low. No. 'Cause I've been down this road before, so maybe we can take it slow. Gonna let it go.
Don't let it go.
I don't wanna lose control. Cause I've been down this road before, so maybe we can take it slow. Gonna let it go. I don't wanna lose control.
It has a little bit of Joel vibes too, which is perfect.
I don't wanna lose control.
It's just missing accents now. Like, literally the chorus is just perfect. I would say really go through and be like incredibly meticulous with like finding small ways to create just subtle variations, like subtle additions underneath all of this production. You know, like a little stab here or a tiny sample there. It's painful work in the sense that like it feels like it never ends because there's always more things you can add. But when you do go through that, it takes a track like this, which is honestly fantastic. The chord progression, the melody, the flow of this is really, really wonderful. And it makes it like an unforgettable and infinitely repeatable experience. For real, perfect kick. It sucks when you forget what you were doing. Did I forget something? I feel like I'm losing my mind. Now I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Don't you tell me love so low. No.
But really, this is so good. I can't wait to listen to this whole album when it's done. It's on the album now. Let's go. No, when we produce tracks and we were being meticulous, sometimes I forget things. Oh, I literally had that on this song that I like am just toiling away at, where like I was going through the production and I was like, when did I do this? I genuinely forgot that there were things in there that I did. I was like, I didn't know this clap pattern was in here. Okay. It's really fun sometimes going through your production of songs you're working on for a while and you're just like, hey, why did I do it like this? Usually it's why did I do it like this? And then sometimes it's like, oh, that was actually kind of smart. Very rarely though. It's like 1 in every 5 times like, oh, that was actually a cool thing. Most of the time I'm like, why didn't I just mix it like a normal human being? Actually, wait, can I get feedback on my orange purple ripoff? For sure. For sure, man. I'm scared I'm gonna forget an automation. Yeah, I mean that's also why I have like all my automations are like locked. I always lock them so that they stay on all the time. Because it's really annoying when you're working on something and then you realize an automation was off and you're like, oh, fuck, it sounds completely different now. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, copying stuff over is always painful. I think this is one of the reasons why I never used to finish my arrangements, because I'm like, oh, now I'm going to have to copy all this stuff over into the second half of the track. And what if I forget something? And then what if I keep adding to the first drop and then I need to bring it over and I forget to bring it over to the second drop and it sucks. Since then, I have realized that this is not a particularly effective mindset, but you know. Did you send me this one? Here we go.
Oh my god, am I out of luck? Yeah, tried to stop, but couldn't get enough. In the deep end, trying to keep my head above the water, sinking down. Ooh. Guess I should have heeded the warning. Guess I should have moved on to someone new. But I'd rather be in a storm than in the car.
Both are solid.
Without you, without you.
Yeah, I totally get you, Kelly. It's for real like that.
But I better be in the storm and it might come without you, without you. Without you.
Nice variation. That's like, I feel like if you're worried about it being a ripoff, if you're not worried, maybe none of this applies, but take these moments in here.
With
This is where you really can like distinguish and put your stamp on like, hey, this is my tune. Like it, yeah, orange, purple, fine, but like it's still my tune. It still has my stamp on it, my identity, even if I'm borrowing or leaning into a sound that's very typical of someone else. Happy Future Bonk, yeah. Now, to be honest, the album, I got a few tracks where it's just a sound design flex. Honestly, I'm here for that. Do it.
should have moved on to someone new, but I believe in me sad and blue. But I'd rather be in the
I think already with this break, you're kind of... I really like this like more 80s-ish analog synth vibe that your breaks have. It really... Even here, literally, I'm not joking, the first thought on this one was, oh, Michael Jackson. Not at all related, but like...
wide awake, your silhouette.
But like it has that chord.
It's running circles in my head, and I'm breathing slowly, only just to keep from falling.
Who does this vocal actually sound like though? I'm like...
Wide awake, your silhouette. It's running circles
It's like one of these 2000s singers that I used to listen to.
in my head, and I'm breathing slowly, only just
Coldplay.
to keep from falling.
Is it?
I don't wanna lose control.
Interesting. Yeah, dude, Jaren is goated. I mean, Kelly B, you're really good as well. Like, especially considering how long you've been doing it, you're doing really, really good. I hope to be as good as you guys one day.
Don't you tell me love and love, no. 'Cause I've been down this road before, so maybe we can take it slow, go let it go. No, I don't wanna lose control. 'Cause I've been down this road before, so maybe we can take it slow.
I just want to listen to this again. The Weeknd, that's what it
I
is.
don't wanna lose control.
2000 singers. Losing my goddamn mind.
I don't wanna lose control.
I feel like this is how I'm making sure that the track doesn't get stolen, just like singing over it. Such a good tune. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we have yours. Let me take a listen to this. You said this one?
See it in your eyes, you're gonna take me to heaven. And now I realize that
What do you mean you may not have this version anymore? What do you mean by that?
I felt this forever. I need you by my side, we're going through this together. We're running out of time, I hope you take me.
Congrats, man. Oh, I think I do remember this one. Yeah. Very deserved, dude. Oh, you're posting some of these as well. Nice.
This
This one is such a banger. You tried some other things on the track and not saved the backup. No. That's cool. What was the original? I want to listen to the original now. Hell yeah. I do love Kieran Hill's like style of sound design, but like this. Peak. There's like a couple Kieran Hill tunes I really fuck with. This one in particular. Personally, I just really don't love the mixes that he has because it feels like they take these really cool harmonic elements and they just get suffocated by how much pressure the bass is exerting in a way that, like, in my opinion, is not contributing to the end vibe. Like, you could take 10-20% out of the bass and just make the harmonics way richer. But maybe I don't know anything, to be fair. Maybe I'm just a silly little boy. Seems flooded me. Yeah, it just feels like everything is so overly compressed together that by the time you get to like the final mix, it just feels like everything's crushed. It's like overly crushed. Yep, that's me. Hello, everybody. I'm wearing checkered pants. PJs, as we call them. Let's see. I guess that's it. I'm happy to give you as much feedback, man. I'm so... Honestly, this feedback stream was like... I don't know. I feel like I gotta give it like some send-off. But like this has been so much fun. I'm gonna keep doing them. Like I will keep doing them. Next week I'm away, but I don't have to do them on Saturdays anymore if I don't want to. The end of an era. I will keep doing them. But yeah, it is definitely the end of an era, but the start of something new. Like goodbye finale, Kyokan loading. Yeah, the Kyokan era will start now. The Sanctuary's been a lot of fun. It's taught me a lot. But yeah, it's time for me to go on to the next thing. Yeah, I'll be starting up my Patreon as well. I have like a free membership. I don't expect you guys to pay me money yet because it's not worth it. But don't worry, there'll be some really cool stuff on there. I'll be releasing my sample pack through there as well. Probably start of next year because I just have such a busy November and December ahead of me that I don't have time to do it the way I want to do it. I'm still working on the artwork stuff. But as soon as that's done, most of the sample packs loaded and it's going to be really good. Gonna use my student finance to pay for Patreon. Bro. Worthy investment. Yeah. I save all the presets I make too, eventually release them. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I got a bunch of stuff as well that I've been like saving for years, but mostly the stuff I'm making now just like in my like warm-ups or when I'm making music or like for my tracks. Like I'm going to be giving out like samples and stuff for my tracks on my Patreon just for free, because I think that's just fun and cool. And it'll be like some pack of like maybe 15, 20 original sounds. So yeah, I'm thumbs up guy. Bro, it's been an absolute blast. I'll see you on the other side, man. Goodbye, everybody.